Namo Amitabha. Thank you for joining me for a daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The fourth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I vow to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I'm determined to speak truthfully with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news I do not know to be certain, and will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that can cause division or discord, or that can cause a family or the community to break. I'm determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. We've been reading Pure-Land Zen Pure-Land, the letters of Patriarch Yin Kuang for our Dharma lessons, and we're continuing in letter 20. Your Buddha recitation is not earnest because you've not learned to recognize the Saha world as a place of suffering and the Western Pure-Land as a realm of joy. You should think thus: it's difficult to obtain a human rebirth. It is difficult to be reborn in a central land. It's difficult to hear the Dharma, and even more difficult to encounter and learn about the Pure Land method. If I do not recite the Buddha's name single-mindedly now, once the ghost of impermanence arrives, I'm bound to descend upon the three evil paths in accordance with the heavy evil karma of this life or of past lives, subject to long periods of suffering, with no liberation in sight. If you keep these thoughts constantly in mind, you will awaken and be earnest. Moreover, you should think about the sufferings of the various hells and develop the Bodhi-mind. The Bodhi-mind is the mind striving to benefit oneself and others. Once this mind develops, it is like a tool which has been electrified. It acquires tremendous power and speed. No ordinary virtues of good roots can compare with it, and severing karmic obstructions and increasing merits and wisdom. You're swayed by the environment and external circumstances because your cultivation is still shallow. Therefore, whenever you are affected by feelings of anger or joy, or have evil or wholesome thoughts, such states of mind show clearly on your face. If your mind is filled with correct thoughts, all afflictions will decrease naturally. Therefore, although he may be dwelling in the prison of birth and death, the true cultivator always trains himself strenuously. As a result, afflictions and karmic habits are gradually eliminated. This is true cultivation. In this way, the mind becomes master of itself, thus escaping the influence and control of external circumstances. May all beings be well, may all beings be happy, may all beings be at peace. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining me today.